Welcome, everyone. This is so wonderful to see everyone. I know that it's a busy time of year and busy time for the teachers as well as the administrators. We're going to start with Sandra Harrington, and then we'll get it going in great shape. Sandra?
Hello, I'm Sandra Harrington. It's really a pleasure to be here. I teach at Renton Academy. Specifically, this is a school for students with emotional and behavioral disabilities. I teach the fourth and fifth grade. And let's see, what do I enjoy most about my job is like absolutely seeing the students who have completed our program be able to transition back into their neighborhood schools successfully. A challenge of my job is probably, and I'm sure all teachers feel this way, it's just time. Maybe a lack of time to do everything that I want to do in the classroom to plan all that out. For the grant in the classroom, I would like to purchase sensory items for the students, which are really important in our classroom, as well as behavioral incentives that they can buy with their school store dollars. And, just basic supplies as well, like art supplies. And I really want to thank the Rotary for nominating me or having me here for this award. And so with that, I would like to introduce my principal, Travis Hall.
Thank you. Travis?
Yeah, hello, and thank you as well, Nancy and Rotary. I'm going to say just a few quick words about Sandra. So she was a classified staff member for years with us. Her predecessor in that role was a fantastic teacher as well and left big shoes. And I've been so impressed with how Sandra has filled those shoes. And I think a highlight for me is Sandra's constant focus on individualization for students and thinking outside the box about how can we make sure that every student is learning to their best potential. Regardless of where those goalposts might be for the kid, let's find a way to help them get there. And so she's constantly individualizing and modifying opportunities for our students to find engaging ways to grab them and help them really kind of find a passion for some learning at school.
That's super. Thank you, Travis. I really appreciate it. Sounds like a perfect segue to Roz Pink.
Hi, I'm Rosalind Riley Pank, and I teach fifth grade at Maplewood Heights. I want to thank the Rotary for this award. This is really special. I always like to say, if I'm doing something with the Rotary, my dad was a Rotarian in Wenatchee and really loved it. So one of the things I love about my job is the kids. They're fifth graders, and so they're like whole people, and they make me laugh, and they challenge me, and they ask lots of things, and I just love that. And one of the things I find most challenging right now about teaching is just the technology, keeping up with it, using it wisely, and just the kids know so much and they have so much knowledge. So how to like make that work the best it can. So for the award, I want to use it to do some STEM things at the end of the year. At the end of the year, I do a big Rube Goldberg project with my students, and I'm always needing more supplies for that. And again, thank you. This is really special. So I'd like to introduce my administrator, Tamara Prince.
Thank you. Tamara?
Nancy, thanks again. Always, we love the Rotary. I think I've mentioned before too, my grandfather was a Rotarian, so I always think about him whenever we meet together. Roz Pank has been at Maplewood Heights for many years. She is innovative in her teaching. She's one of the things I love so much about Roz is her reflection and how in her like PLCs, which is our professional learning communities, teachers working together, that she's just so focused on like the students and what students need and working together with her teammates to do that. She has so many skills with teaching STEM, which is the science, technology, engineering, and math focus. And I was just in her classroom today, like pushing kids thinking, right? She doesn't just give it to them. Like she really makes them have that productive struggle so that they're doing the work, that they're doing more of the work than she is some of the time, which is what we want, kids to be doing. And she, one of the things that, just on a fun note, is that Roz is so wonderful about trying to build community at our school. And she's been, for many years, we have a tradition of her doing pancakes for breakfast that she does for the staff, usually once a year. So and I always say that's my favorite time of the year because I love pancakes, and especially Roz's pancakes. So thank you, Roz, for all that you do.
I have to take some credit with the ladies that I worked with because Roz was our main support when I was working from Keck. And we love her, and we know that her kids love her. We're glad that she was able to be awarded this award. That's great. Nice to see you. Going on to Linda Alley. You're muted, dear.
Let me start over. Hello, thank you so much. Okay, my name is Linda Alley, and I teach at Cascade Elementary. What I enjoy most about my job would be that my school supports big productions. So not only does every grade level get a concert, but this year, just last week, we put on Annie, big production, and last year we did Lion King. It's a big undertaking. Kids stay after school twice a week after school, but I just love that. The other thing, being a band director in my previous jobs, I love the recorder, and I can't thank you enough, Rotary, for those recorders. You got to hear how they sounded. They played for you earlier in the year, but I take that recorder seriously. What do I find to be a challenge? I think in this day of screen time and technology and all of that the kids are saturated with, just unplugging and playing like the recorders, xylophones, singing, dancing, all of those things, getting kids to enjoy the social aspect of making music with each other. I plan on using the $250 for more music performance opportunities, like the music and the score for future shows.
That sounds
and yes, and I would love to thank you again for this recognition. And I want to introduce my fantastic principal, Rachel Lockhart.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Rachel Lockhart, proud principal at Cascade Elementary. Thank you, Ms. Osborne and Rotarians, for taking time to recognize our outstanding educators in Renton. Linda is a true asset to our community. She really takes pride in her music program. Her colleagues have recognized her for being a teacher who gives all students an opportunity to shine, striving to get them thinking about how their actions impact others around them and how they can be their best selves. She has a strong passion for music and her impact on kids. She referenced, she leads impressive assemblies and grade level concerts. She holds high expectations for herself and her kids, and she's always providing accommodations so that students can successfully participate no matter what. Most of all, Linda brings joy to Cascade through her energy and the love that she shares with her students every day. So Rotarians, thank you so much for recognizing Linda Alley.
Oh, thank you.
Moving right along to Catherine. Unmute. There you go.
Hello. My name is Catherine Smith, and I teach second grade at Lake Ridge Elementary. One of the things I love the most about my job is watching kids develop their identity as sense makers. You know, that moment when they make sense of something, it brings me a lot of joy. I think my biggest challenge is very similar to what Sandra said. It's in terms of time, being able to plan 6 subjects intentionally and meet all needs of all kids takes time. And that feels lacking to me sometimes. So in terms of spending the $250, I would really like to buy art supplies. Art is something I'd like to do more with my students. And right now I don't have just basic supplies. So it would be great to have those on hand. And I'd like to thank the Rotary for this opportunity and this recognition. And I'd like to thank my principal, Mr. Carlito O'Malley.
Thank you so much, Carlito.
Well, I really appreciate that Catherine is finally getting her recognition in this, because when I met her, I knew that she was a master teacher, and she's demonstrated that in the classroom community that she's built. Whether you are a student that is an overachiever or you're being challenged just to catch up, you can't tell, but everybody's being challenged in her class. Her classroom community, she holds kids to high expectations, and they hold each other to high expectations there. When it comes to planning things, and she was talking about planning those 6 different subjects, she has Post-it notes to remind herself year to year of what to do differently and what to do better for kids, which I have not seen in another teacher's notebook in a long time, so just how seriously she takes it. But overall, she's also a mentor to so many teachers here, new teachers in our building, and is willing to show her practice and show what she's done in the past and might work for another person. And she inspires so many folks here. Lastly, if you walk in the hallway, kids love seeing her. Her past students love seeing her. Give her hugs, give her a dab. They are so excited to see her. And that is something that has shown that all the time that she's invested in this profession has paid off, because the kids are coming back and saying, man, I just miss being in Miss Smith's class. And so congratulations, Catherine. And thank you, Rotary, for all your support in Renton Schools.
So much wonderful, good things to say about the Renton School District. Thank you so much.